Christopher Green, you're tuning into AMTV, Alternative Media Television. I wanted to give this to you off the cuff, almost live as it happened. President Barack Obama here in the United States just made a very public statement where he said he made a decision on war with Syria, but then said, after making the decision and trying not to look weak, that he's going to seek congressional approval before the attack, and that he is going to attack, but he's not sure if he's going to attack without the support of Congress and the United States democracy, which is interesting choice of words because we're not a democracy, we're a republic, we have representatives. I always look into the intricacies of the propaganda campaign and how they position words to the American people. There are only a few options here, in my opinion, because the president has either set himself up for a big fall and looking like the weakest president in the history of America, saying that if Syria crosses a red line that he would attack and then not attacking, or the more likely scenario is he already has Congress in his back pocket. He's already rigged the game. He even alluded to it, said that privately he's had a lot of support for an attack on Syria. So I think that the likely scenario here is he wants it to appear to the American people and the public at large that he isn't a dictator, bypassing Congress, the wars in Libya, etc., and just dropping bombs and assassinating leaders. So he's trying to make it appear like he's seeking support from a democracy and from Congress when he already has them in his back pocket. Otherwise, if he does not have Congress in his back pocket and they give him the snub, they give him the 1-2 FU, he looks like the weakest president and is, in my opinion, the weakest president we've ever had and probably will ever have, and sets him up for a giant fall. In my opinion, nothing's changed. In fact, war, in my mind, is official. The attack on Syria, whether or not it happens today, or it happens tomorrow, or it happens a month from now, like Obama said, doesn't matter. Still haven't had an official response from the UN inspectors that are looking and reviewing the evidence of who actually perpetrated the attack. And we've been over this in several videos. Please watch our archive. It is much more likely that the Syrian insurgents being armed by the United States or the United States itself staged the attack to make it appear like Assad had unloaded chemical warfare on his own people, which he would have no motive to do because he's been winning the war thus far. This also increases my suspicion that we very well may have another number 2 staged chemical attack in another Syrian city. More deaths. Because if that were to happen, then Obama could most certainly pull the trigger and he could bypass Congress and say, well, I had to make an executive decision because there was another attack using chemical weapons. See how they can stage this? See how they can position this? So absolutely incredible verbiage coming from the president. But again, nothing has changed. We are at war. Obama, in my opinion, will attack Syria. Just like he says, and he has said, he has already made that decision. He's been snubbed by the UK. He's been snubbed by David Cameron. And he's being snubbed by the international community at large. Again, let me reemphasize. He's either the weakest president in United States history, which might and very well, and I could argue, is the case, or he has already rigged Congress in his back pocket and is going to make this appear like there is American support behind this war when there clearly is not. I'm Christopher Green. Get this out everywhere. Make it viral. AMTV, hard-hitting and in your face. I'm out.